Hey, good morning, juniors. Happy Tuesday, I believe it is. Okay, so like I mentioned yesterday in the agenda, we did no red ink on Monday to give me some time to look over um, some of the things that you've been working on with your primary research plan, and to give you some feedback on that. I've got some more of those to do, so I should have those finished by the time 10 or 11 a.m. rolls around. If I don't, then please just send me an email because I might have missed it for whatever reason, and just remind me. I want to make sure you have that back today because I'd like you to go ahead and get started on building and potentially submitting or distributing your primary research. Right. So obviously that looks different for everybody. I'm thinking mainly about surveys, which you could use things like Forms on Microsoft, which is what I have in the background here. So Microsoft Forms, you could use Google Forms, is also a good way to take that. You can use a thing called SurveyMonkey, which is a free thing. You just got to sign up for it. So however you end up doing your survey, if you have a survey in progress, is fine with me. You can go ahead and get that going. What I would recommend, and actually I'll come back to that thought. If you're doing like an interview or whatever, then today would be a good day to finalize those interview questions, especially with my feedback in mind, and go ahead and try to contact some of the people that you want to interview. See if they're available either in person or through email, on a video conference. Something like that would probably be way better than in person right now, of course. So give them some options, make it easy for them to say yes. Try to make sure that the email is A, professionally typed, but also B, make sure that it's short and quick and to the point. Try to not waste their time. Make sure they feel like they're not having their time wasted. So contacting people today, putting those emails together, and having those questions ready and prepared would be very helpful for you. If you're doing any kind of observation, then of course, today may or may not be the best time to do that, depending on your individual situation, but be thinking about, the ways that you want to take that. That being said, coming back to that point that I shoved off there for a second, we're going to have a number of people doing surveys, maybe roughly half the class doing surveys. Some of them are pretty short, 4 or 5 questions, but regardless, no matter what size they are, what I would like for everybody to commit to in the third period English class is that any number of surveys that you get, you complete. So in a lot of cases, people who are sending out surveys can't rely on the whole school like we did for the music survey. You're welcome to send it out like that, but the likelihood of getting, say 12 different surveys back with the same number of people across the school is not realistic. It's going to have some kind of fatigue put in with it with the respondents, so they're not going to want to reply to 12 different surveys. That being said, those people doing surveys may rely very much on our class to make sure that they at least have some data to work with, right? It might not be 500 people, it might not even be 200 people or 100 people, but we can guarantee that they're going to have at least 20 other people who are willing to help and complete the survey honestly and do the best job they can with it to promote their fellow classmates' success. So I expect that of you. If you get a survey, then I need you to complete it, okay? And that's kind of, as far as I'm concerned, that's non-negotiable. We have to be willing to do that to support other people in our class and to make sure that they're getting good data to work with. So just make that part of your own policy. If I see a survey pop through my email, then I'm going to complete that survey, no matter what it is. Okay. So that being said, work on starting that today. We're going to have some time set aside for Sorry, I was double checking my calendar. Yeah, we're going to have some time set aside at 1 p.m. on Friday, this upcoming Friday, to hold a video class. All right, and that means that the expectation is generally, unless you tell me otherwise, that you're going to be online with me on Microsoft Teams for that. We won't be on for an hour, but you'll have that hour set aside so that we can talk about things as a class. So this Friday, plan on 1 p.m. on Microsoft Teams, and I'll send you a reminder, but also I'll send you the invite when it comes through. Okay. Secondly, today later on, and let's also make that 1 p.m. today. I'm going to have an open video conference. If anybody wants to check in and talk with me about their specific project, then I just want to make sure that you have plenty of time with me. I also recognize that might overlap with other people's classes. So please, by all means, if you have to miss it, then send me an email, or I'll try to remember to record it, and that way you can hear other people's experiences and get back in there and try to relate that to your own issues. So, but again, by all means, I'll be around until 4 o'clock every day. So send me an email, and I'll make sure I get back with you soon. All right, take care. Let me know if you need help. Bye bye.